Well, we're back right here in the studio, and we have with us our second guest tonight right here on the program. We have with us Naseema Khan, and she is a Toastmasters speaker. Naseema, welcome to our program, Hala, Kuwait.
Thank you so much, Tariq, for having me in Hala, Kuwait. It's truly my pleasure.
It's our pleasure to have you on our program. Maybe we could start out by, could you inform our audience or tell our audience a little bit about yourself, please?
Sure. I am an Indian. Though I born in Kuwait, I brought up in a beautiful city called Mumbai. It's in India. There I finished my graduation in commerce. And then again I moved back to Kuwait. And almost a decade now I am in Kuwait. I am associated with a shipping company. It's called Rashed International. I am a team leader there. And
so you come from an economic background then by studying, huh?
Yes.
All right then. That's good to hear that. And it's really nice to have you with us. So tell us a little bit now, you got involved with Toastmasters, I believe, in 2012.
Yes.
So how was that introduction to them? Tell us about that.
When I came to Kuwait, I felt that my communication skills weren't that strong. To embark my journey in corporate world, I need to improve my communication skills, which I believe is one of the most important skills that one needs to have. So at that point of time in my life, I was looking for an organization where I can practice my communication skills. And there I read an ad in Arab Times from a club called Capital Speakers Toastmasters Club.
Right.
I contacted them, I visited, and there I was. And since then, I never looked back.
Amazing. So tell us, how was that initial experiences, and tell us how it's been going. I mean, it's been almost 7 years you've been with them?
Yes, it's almost 7 years now. Initially, I wasn't that confident enough.
You were a little hesitant, a little nervous.
Yes, little nervous to go up and speak in front of 20 people.
Okay, what is that? You give like an intro about yourself and so forth?
The very first speech that we give, it's an introduction of yourself for 4 minutes, which you prepare in advance. There will be a mentor who will guide you how to give a speech, what all things one needs to include in a speech. But mostly it will be about yourself. Introduce yourself to other Toastmasters, and then you will get a feedback how you can go ahead and proceed your journey in Toastmasters.
So how was that initial introduction for you? Was it, because 4 minutes, people may think it's a quick time, but 4 minutes actually take a little while to say quite a few things.
Yes, it is. 4 minutes is quite long, but as I said, there was a mentor who helped me to prepare my speech.
Excellent.
And I went there completely prepared. And Tariq, you won't believe, I didn't feel that I was speaking for the very first time.
Great.
It was like it comes naturally to me.
So you may have discovered right then that you have this hidden talent
Yes.
for communicating, huh?
True, very true. And I just fell in love with speaking. Speaking in front of people. I was scared to speak in front of 20 people, and now I can speak without preparing in front of 200. That's the transformation I can see in myself being in Toastmasters.
Okay. So tell us more about Toastmasters, some of the activities that you participate in, and now you said, you know, from initially being nervous in front of maybe 20 people to even going unprepared and just on the go in front of 200.
Yes.
So that's a big transformation. So
Completely.
tell us, the Toastmasters must have helped a lot in that.
A lot, a lot. I give complete credit to Toastmasters. The people who exist in Toastmasters helped me to have this transformation. Toastmasters in Kuwait, we have more than 3,000 people. And it is not only in English language. There is in Arabic language, Tamil, Malayalam, Hindi, Urdu. Whichever language you want to improve on, you can just go and enroll yourself, and there will be umpteen people who are there to just help you without any benefit they are expecting in return. And that's how you will learn to lead. And as a speaker, I also got to explore myself that I can be a leader. In last 7 years, I am playing so many different types of leadership role, and which I love a lot is PR and marketing.
Tell us about that field that you're involved in.
Yeah, I was head of marketing for a conference which consists of Qatar, Bahrain and Kuwait. I was head of marketing. I lead that event, and we were expected to have 250 members, people for that event. But when I get involved in marketing, we reach to 400 people.
Wow, so you exceeded that by quite a bit.
Yep. And I'll give credit to Toastmasters, because that marketing skills inculcated in me because the opportunities that have been bestowed in me by Toastmasters. They are the one who created opportunity, helped me find myself in Toastmasters.
Well, that's great to see. I'm sure the people watching right now can see the passion that you have about Toastmasters and speaking in general. But there's always, you know, when you're involved in PR and marketing, there's always some challenges and some obstacles that you may face. How do you go about getting over that? Especially, you know, you have to work with a group of people.
Definitely.
They have to be motivated.
Yes.
They want to have to excel and do the best they can. So tell us some of those techniques that you use, maybe communication techniques to help them get through some of these things.
Definitely, when you are in a public speaking organization, there will be a plethora of people with whom you need to interact, the team members that you have. I didn't come across obstacle in my field, which is PR and marketing, but the challenge which I faced, it's dealing different kinds of people, and that challenge you will face anywhere in any organization.
Sure, different cultures and backgrounds,
yes,
and educational things.
Diverse group, yeah.
Sure.
So you need to have, when you are working with people, you need to have high listening skills. You need to have patience. You need to know how to interact with people. And these are qualities will help you to face that challenge. And also they say ignoring skills are important at times, because you want to listen and let it go.
Yes.
That can also solve
That's
the
a
problem.
skill too.
Yeah. So that can also solve your problem.
Sure.
So all such skills which I learned, I use in Toastmaster and otherwise to overcome my challenges in the entire life.
Great to hear that. And is there any inspirational story that stands out in your mind during your period with Toastmasters that you would like to share with the audience watching this evening?
A very good question. I believe there are umpteen stories that I see and get inspired tremendously every day. But if I would like to, if you want me to share a particular one story,
sure. Tell us.
Then that would be of a man who had a severe stammering problem.
He had a what? Excuse me?
Stammering problem.
Okay.
Finding difficulty to speak.
Okay.
A decade ago, he couldn't speak a single sentence clearly without stammering. Then he joined Toastmasters, and no other thing he did. No therapy, no medicine, nothing.
Wow.
He just keep coming to Toastmasters, practicing speaking skills, and today he's one of the best speaker in Bahrain and Kuwait. He has won so many international speaking competitions. And
That's
now,
amazing.
Yes, and now he's mentoring others, and he is one of my mentors too in leadership roles.
Great to hear that. And tell us a little bit now, what is the one thing that separates Toastmasters from non-Toastmasters, please?
I believe Toastmaster is not only a platform to learn communication and leadership skills. It also make you learn life lessons. It will help you to inculcate qualities like empathizing. I believe in this fast-pacing world, it's very difficult for people to stop and ponder about other feelings. And this is what we learn in Toastmasters. Even when we give an evaluation, we give a feedback in a way that is encouraging and not criticizing. And that separates Toastmasters from non-Toastmasters.
Good to hear that. And you have like weekly meetings, monthly meetings. What is that like?
We meet once in 15 days, and there are more
every
than
2 weeks.
maybe, yes. And there are like more than 60 clubs in Kuwait. So it's like almost every other day there is meeting somewhere or the other. If you want to know more about the Toastmasters,
yes, tell us
you can
more.
go to the website district20toastmaster.org. There you will find the contact details. You can directly contact.
This is for Kuwait.
This is for Kuwait.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you participate with Toastmasters, you said in the Gulf, there are some activities, joint activities?
Yes, every year we do have international event. Sometimes it's in Bahrain. Last year it was in Bahrain, and this year it will be in Kuwait.
Okay.
It will be a combined event for both the members of the countries, where people from club level to division and the international level, they come and compete in different categories. humorous speeches, table topic, that is impromptu speeches, evaluation, international speeches. These are the 4 categories. They come and compete internationally. Yes.
So it has it looks like a lot of this group has a lot of things to do with the
Yes.
speeches in it, huh?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's
So
full of speeches.
all right then. So you take time, everyone preparing speeches,
Definitely.
practicing.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
In the beginning, you have to devote good amount of time to do your speeches. Maybe after 6 months, 1 year, the time you invest in yourself will reduce, because you keep learning those skills. So you don't have to spend so much time in yourself. But yes, when you are competing with others. You need to prepare. There will be mentor again, and it's not necessary that you need to stick with one mentor. If you want to move to 2, 3, 4, 5, there are so many people.
That's okay too.
It's fine, absolutely fine. So there are people who are ready to help, and they want you to grow. They want you to achieve your goals in life.
To excel then, huh?
Yes.
That's great, and you've been involved with them for almost 7 years. So now, for the audience watching right now, what would you tell them about Toastmasters and how this has changed your life?
My life has changed completely. If I can tell you all,
Yes, please.
I have discovered my passion of life in Toastmaster. That is to pursue my career in PR and marketing. I'm sure everyone have their own passion. If still you don't know what is that, do join Toastmasters. If you think that communication is a skills that we need in every walk of life, and you want to better at it, then the best place is Toastmasters.
Very well said, and remind us once again, how can people find out more about Toastmasters in Kuwait, please?
There is a website called www.district20toastmasters.org. O-R-G. You can go on that. There is a contact tab. Enter your query and they will get back to you.
Great to hear that. And coming towards the end of our interview this evening, do you have any last words or comments for the audience watching Hala Kuwait tonight?
It's my pleasure to be on the show. I really thank my viewers to watching me, and I hope in my small way I could have inspired you. And please, if you have any kind of speaking fear, don't hesitate to come out and overcome it. Thank you.
Well, very well said, and thank you very much for coming, Naseema.
Thank you so much, Tariq.
Thank you. Wishing you all the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you. I wish you the same.
It was a pleasure having you on our program. And we were speaking to Naseema Khan. She's a Toastmaster speaker. And we'd like to thank her very much for her time with us this evening, right here on Hala Kuwait. Right now, we'd like to move on to our next report this evening, right here on the program, and take a look at the Future City Seminar. Let's take a look at this seminar and what was discussed. Stay tuned.
One of the important objectives of this club is to meet people from all over Kuwait City in order to talk about and practice English. So today, this is our first meeting today. We discussed some of the topics. First of all, we got to know each other. Then we talked about cities in the future. So we talked about urban cities in the future and our expectation, how it's going to be urbanized, and how can we use methods of sustainable development in the cities of the future, and how we can overcome challenges that faces cities all over the world, like a growing population, and how people would find job opportunities, and how they will continue of having food resources, water supplies, energy resources, and electricity. All of these elements create an urban city, and that's what we are going to talk in our seminar today. So members got to share their ideas, their opinions, their views, and other things in this seminar in English, in order to practice English outside academic purposes. as we live in an Arab country, English learners don't have the opportunity to practice English outside of academic purposes. That's why we found English speakers are very low here in Kuwait. So one of the main objectives of this club is to give the members the chance to speak in English and express their ideas much better.
I'm part of the English Social and Cultural Club. Today has been our first meeting. We've been getting to know each other and discussing what the future may hold for cities across the globe. I think it's important that we discuss this because cities are vastly changing over time, and we need to make sure that as they change sustainably. The aim of this group is to develop a good understanding and love of the English language outside of a classroom or a lecture theatre, and just to be able to discuss with other English speakers at different levels, whether or not they're native English like myself, or whether or not they've just learned English through their high schools here in Kuwait. Thank you.
And with that report, we come to the end of tonight's episode of Hala Kuwait. I hope you enjoyed all that we brought to you on tonight's program. Make sure to enjoy the rest of your viewing tonight and all throughout the week right here on KTV2, the family channel. I'll see you tomorrow with another episode of the program. Good night for now.